We now got John Leonardo from New Jersey. He's going to be fighting on March 7th, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. John, I appreciate you working around the technical issues. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Josh? How you doing?
Well, it's nice to actually hear you. I heard you say hello before. So, for those who don't know, John Body Shot Leonardo is March 7th, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City, Boxing Insider Promotions. John, I want to start with this. What does it mean to someone like you who's from New Jersey? You're about an hour away from where I'm standing right now in Seattle City to be fighting next month in Atlantic City. All right, so we can't blame anybody for that. I think his connection just froze because I can see him in there. He looks frozen. So, yep, it's buffering. I think we got him back now. John, you got me over there? John, can you hear me? You gotta love technology. You gotta love when technology works and doesn't work. I think we got John back now. I see him in the StreamYard here on the Dr. Squatch virtual studio. Let me just check with Alex to make sure that he actually is.
Now I can hear you again. Everything's
You got
good.
me over there?
Yeah. I lost connection for a minute. Now I can hear you.
Gotcha. All right. So, for you, obviously, Atlantic City, March 7th, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. What does it mean to you as a guy from New Jersey to be fighting in Atlantic City next month?
It means everything. I love fighting in Atlantic City. I think, Atlantic City at one point was the boxing capital of the world. Everyone fought there. Mike Tyson fought there. Arturo Gatti fought there. All the big names fought there. So, to be a guy from Jersey going to Atlantic City to fight, it's a big thing.
You're someone that I think a lot of people might not know as much about. So, for someone who comes to Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City next month, maybe the first time they've ever been to a Boxing Insider Promotions event, what is something that people should know about you as a fighter when they see you enter the Tropicana Showroom Atlantic City boxing ring?
Well, what I'd like them to see and know about me is I come to fight. I like to go toe to toe, head to head with pretty much anyone I'm in there with. If you come to watch me fight, you're gonna see a fight. There is no running. There is only forward motion.
So let me ask you a question because I always love to hear stories about how people got their nicknames. Your nickname is Body Shot. So was that a nickname that a coach gave to you, or is that something that kind of came naturally over time? Like, tell us the story about your nickname.
So my father, who won the 1987 Daily News New York Golden Gloves, was the best body puncher they ever had, they said in the tournament. So growing up, he was like, we ain't going to worry about none of those headshots. You're going to hit the body. That's it. Body, body, body. Um, so during COVID, I actually started coaching. While everything was shut down, I was coaching instead of fighting. And when I was teaching the kids, I taught them the same thing that my dad taught me, was hit the body. So they used to say John Body Shot. That was it, John Body Shot. So it just became a thing. We locked that in.
So basically, you can blame your students for getting a cool nickname.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like that. I like that. John Body Shot Leonardo joining us here on Hanging with Hennig on 97.3 ESPN Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City next month, Saturday, March 7th, where you can catch him along with all the other local fighters who will be in action. John, there's a lot of local fighters who are going to be on this card. Yourself, Justin Figueroa, Leah Lewandowski, Josh Poppers, originally from South Jersey. What is it like for you to be, not just the history of boxing, but have so many local fighters on the card with you?
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm coming up with all these guys, and they're all talented. Me and Justin fought on the last show together that I was on, Boxing Insider, and I think we put on a great performance, the both of us. And as for the other fighters on the card, I know some of them. I've seen them fight, and, just to be out there and, we kind of share fans. My fans see them, their fans see me, and they look forward to that. And the next show, they're like, oh, I'm gonna see so and so, but I'm also gonna see John. Like, it's cool. It's a really cool thing. You build a community.
Now, what is the current weight class you're going to be fighting at next month?
Super bantamweight, 122 pounds.
So now, is that a weight class that like you're comfortable with right now, or do you think your future is going to potentially be maybe moving up or down in weight?
So I started off my professional career as a featherweight, 126 pounds, and I ended up going down to 122 pounds because I thought it was just too big. I had 12-1-1 with 6 knockouts. My first loss I was at featherweight, and that's what made me go down. I said these guys are just too big. It's just that 4 pounds is a lot.
Now you said they're too big. Is it something where maybe you feel like over time, as you get older, that maybe over time you're going to put on more size, or do you feel like I kind of want to stay exactly in the groove I'm at right now?
Yeah, I think. I mean, honestly, I've been fighting at the same weight since I'm 14 years old. So, as an amateur, I fought at 123 pounds, and now I'm fighting at 122 pounds 12 years later. So, I mean, maybe I'll grow and get bigger, or maybe I won't.
Well, 12 years is a long time. If you haven't grown that much in 12 years, at least muscle wise, right? You're probably not going to at this point. I mean,
Yeah, nah, I don't think there's much growth coming. So,
yeah. But still, I always like to ask people that because of the fact that, we've seen a lot of fighters over the years, John, and you've seen it yourself. You're a guy who follows the boxing game. You see guys, they start out at one weight and over time, their body just can't cut down anymore. But it sounds like for you that the weight cut down to that, low 120 range is something that's comfortable for you at this point.
yeah, it's very easy for me to make weight. I also, I've been fighting since I'm very young. I actually wrestled as a little kid, so making weight was never an issue. And then like as the years go on, you get better and better at it. When it comes to diet and how you take the weight off, water loading, all this different stuff. So
John Body Shot Leonardo joining us here on Hanging with Hennig on 97.3 ESPN. A couple more before we let you go, John. What is, you mentioned that, the 12-year gap between when you started as an amateur to now. What has been the biggest thing that you have learned as a fighter that you're now a professional?
The biggest thing that I've learned, I'd say just gaining experience. I think it is like inside the ring. Like when you get those rounds in, I think I see this more with like training kids now that I still do that, is the more rounds you have under your belt, the more it'll show. And I look back to when I was first sparring all the way till now, it's like, wow, it's a whole different person. So, if you stay in the gym and you stay active and you spar as many rounds as you can and, you get better and better. That's what makes you better. Sparring makes you better.
It sounds like to me that, coaching the young people has kind of really become something, very important to you. Is that something that maybe when your career is done, you want to keep doing, is being a boxing coach?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a full-time job as well. So I work full-time, then I leave the gym, I coach, and then I train. So I got a crazy schedule. I do a lot of stuff during the day.
Hey, listen, that's what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do to, pay the bills and make sure you're still ready to be a fighter. John Leonardo joining us here on 97.3 ESPN. John, before we let you go, when you walk into the ring, March 7th, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City, and you win your next fight, what is going to be the one thing that people walk away when they see you win Saturday, March 7th?
I guess they'll say, wow, that kid could fight. He wasn't just talking.
Talk is cheap, right, John?
Talk is cheap. You got to show it.
Absolutely. Well, John, I appreciate you working us through the technical issues. Obviously, something happened with the phone, but we appreciate you jumping on the stream today, man.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And don't forget, Tropicana Showroom, Atlantic City. That would be Saturday, March 7th, is when John is going to be in action, along with all the other great fighters, along with Justin Figueroa, Leah Lewandowski, Josh Popper. All the rising New Jersey fighters are going to be in action, along with John Body Shot Leonardo. Saturday, March 7th, Boxing Insider Promotions' 7th event inside Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. They have had great turnouts. every single fight night. You do not want to miss the first action-packed fight card of 2026, Saturday, March 7th. And again, as we talked about with Leah Lewandowski last week, support your local fighters. Reach out to John Leonardo. Reach out to Leah Lewandowski, Justin Figueroa. Reach out to them to get your tickets for the fight cards. Because when you reach out to the fighters, you are supporting them as well. It's not just the fight on Saturday, March